Well, hello everyone. We are back with more of the Joker's trick. And today we're going to play a little bit more red deck. We're going to see if we can't at least beat red deck orange, maybe red deck gold. That would be nice. But I'm not holding my breath. This game's really rude. There's a lot of jokes that can be made about... Wait. Oh. Also, yes. Oh, we came out of the first round with only 2 hands. That's not too bad. I'd prefer to get it in 1, but whatever. Whatever. Ooh, blue Joker to start with. That's pretty strong, actually. I'm kind of come around a little bit on that. Over the last however long. This through. Plus 88. It's still going to be like a 2-hander, so... Well, actually, we've got a flush that we can play, so... That should get us over. Yeah, by a good chunk, too, in fact. Very easy. If the game feels like... Hey, there's our green Joker. I was waiting for that as our combo here. And the game immediately gave me a thing that would help out. And so instead of me, like, babying it along and start cranking its points up, I just blast through the thing in one hand. But getting a little bit of the money going is probably not a bad idea. So at this point, this is where we just start playing literal single-card hands. In order to jack that number up and cause that to go down as slowly as possible. On the other hand, I could grab this square Joker and just start turning that into some good stuff. In fact, let's give it a shot. I have very bad luck with square Joker, but I'm going to see if we can get things a little bit better than usual here. Tetris. I was watching somebody playing a couple of interesting Tetris variants earlier today. Let me tell you, those Tetris sequels, I gotta ask Mr. Alexei Pajitnov, where did you get these ideas from? Because they're terrible. And you should feel bad about them. I mean, wait. Is that a little mean? That's probably a little mean. So yeah, our way of dumping our face cards from the deck until we get things to actually destroy them, because we don't want to rock the bus too much here with Ride the Bus, is we're just going to try to outscore any of them with like pairs and stuff. The problem is that I feel like quite a few of these could be legitimate. The Tetris sequels that I'm referring to, because these are very strange things. There's one called Weltris, which is reasonably simple, where it's just like a ring of walls around the Tetris field at the bottom, and you have to do Tetris stuff at the bottom. But you also move the pieces down along the walls. So you can sort of rotate which direction they come from, but also don't leave anything stuck on the wall, otherwise that wall becomes unusable for a little while. That looks like a real game. I'll give that one some credit. Hi, Alan. Hang on a second. The other one is called Faces Tris 3. Yes, there's... it's faces ... Tris 3, and it's pieces of faces that you just have to line up into creating a human face, kind of like you line up the chin, the lips, nose and eyes, I guess, are one piece, and then the top of the head. Yeah, extremely bizarre way of writing the tile. Oh Jesus! Oh, that's a bit of a mistake of a title. Hi, Roundy. Here, in fact, you're the guy I was watching who was playing those, so it's good of you to show up at this particular juncture. Oh God, that would be a huge mistake, Irene. That would be a mess. So yeah, a very odd game, and I'll just be quite rude about it and say, not great. But it was interesting to watch, so credit there, I guess? But also, sir, are you alright, Mr. Pajitnov? Anyway, Alan, how are you, champ? I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to saying, hey, dude. Ooh, yes, we're stacking all of the... Could really use replacing that blue Joker with an X-Malt now, if we could. Sorry, I was looking for Plutos. Yes, Newgrounds, because of, well, non-work safe things. I digress. Really reinforce the point, some people have one good idea. Yes. That I will agree with absolute certainty. Let's crank those with the Hierophant because they're the weakest. I can sell the Justice, though. Emperor? I'll take a little bit of cash with the Temperance. The other thing that you were playing there, Mr. Wheel, that Pinterest mod, that... No, don't get too excited, Alan. It's not like work time fun kind of pens, unfortunately. That was something that I sure witnessed. I know, right? I got your hopes up for nothing. A terrible person. Oh well. Blue Joker, get out, and Acrobat, you can come in. Oh crap. We've got the eye this go around. If I could just figure out a way to do all this properly, cause ooh, yeah, you know what? 3 of a kind. There we go. That's nice. I think we're probably going to be able to get away with this. I don't care if this hand won't score, because it's the next one that actually matters. Editing down Pinterest for YouTube. I think that'll be fun, because that's... Again, it's a very interesting game. Looks extremely frustrating, but... You know, like I already said, that quite a few of those are absolutely evil, and it does sort of go a long way to prove a point of sometimes something is imperfect, like the more effortless something seems, the less likely you trying to make more of an effort in a generalized manner are going to be able to outperform it, right? Like, sometimes things are just calibrated correctly as is, and you don't need to be adding extra shit to everything, because often just makes things worse. Hey, wait. Here, Ooh. I'll take a free... Oh! Ah, that was a lot louder than I was expecting. Thank you, Round the Wheel, for the subscription. Thank you very much. Enjoy your very old lemming that I drew in MS Paint. I probably should, like, substitute those for something else now that you're back on Twitch, because goodness knows that you are, by a wide margin, going to be more the lemmings person of Twitch than I ever will. But also, very seriously, thank you. Without trying to distract from the point here. Unfortunately, sometimes I just end up sounding like that. So there's a 3 out of 10. Did I have a 10 sub goal set up at some point? Huh. I forgot about that. Well, thank you for pushing me further along to my goal then, that I apparently forgot I had. That speaks so well of me. I totally seem like I know what I'm doing. It could be that, yes, it could be that Twitch just sets it up by default. Because I can't use that seal this round. Well, that's alright. I mean, I guess I could 2-pair, but I don't think 2-pair is actually going to score very high because of Supernova contributing so much. Yeah. Supernova makes a plus 25 mult contribution, and it'll be plus 2 if I do a 2-pair. So, yeah, good use of my time if I were to do that. But yeah, it could be something like that. I believe Twitch probably has, like, automated a couple of things now for some of that. It used to be a little bit more like seat of your pants, if I recall correctly. Let's get these 2 face cards out of here, because they just cause problems with Ride the Bus. There's only one here that I'd want to get rid of, so I'm going to just deal with it, and I'm going to Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I probably should have known better. I've already had good luck with that this game. It's not easy to use in every run. I like it for being an endless growth type of Joker, but on the other hand, there's quite a few others that work in similar ways, like Green Joker, Supernova. It's just this one is more restrictive. It probably, I will say this, does not need to be $16, or 16. It doesn't need to be $6 base compared to all of the others. Yeah, I mean, it's literally free on Abandoned, but it's certainly, I don't think it needs to cost more than Green Joker is the big thing that I will say about it. That is a befuddling choice on the part of Local Thunk. I don't know what Buddy was thinking about in that one, but it works. I would not recommend it for every build. That's for damn sure. Like, I probably bought it a little bit recklessly, but that's also because I had the Green Joker. I had the Blue Joker for a bit, but I swapped it for the Square Joker, which you can see is starting to come into its own. It's plus 140 by itself, then the foil, of course. It's kind of like a mid-tier sort of thing. It's not... It's definitely not the best. And in a case like this gets a little bit scary because most of my hand is invisible. I could be about to lose the buff. Although, shockingly, I did not. So, all right then. This is going a little bit too smoothly right now, all considered, but maybe I shouldn't be so, like, about it. I'm not quite sure what that noise signifies, but maybe we'll figure it out when we get somewhere. Club as our boss for the region is perfectly fine. Let's dump a couple of face cards because we had that going on. Like, this, admittedly, this is a time when I probably shouldn't have this if I'd been thinking things a little through a little more. Because I now have a fairly restricted build on what I can do. So, if things start to go sideways, I may have to, like... Well, I may be about to have a bad time, basically. But I'll cryptid the aces. I was hoping for a chance to immolate more faces or something. Or even pull incantation, one of the very few times when I'll be like, yeah, incantations sound pretty good right now. Turn that into a stone. That helps. Mostly because incantation is a little bit unwieldy. Not that I want to be like, oh yeah, terrible card, but I find that a lot of times, hey, yeah, get 4 of a particular numbered card. I find that there's not a lot of strategies for which that works the best, right? Oh yeah, I still can't do the best possibility with that, so again, we kind of want to keep cranking up that high card because that is our main play at the moment. Hologram. Unfortunately, I don't think that's a worthy trade for the Acrobat right now. Yeah, especially with 2 Arcana packs as our choice in the shop. Like, if it was 2 Spectrals, I'd be like, okay, yeah, get it, and hope for 2 Incantation, or at least Grim, but... And Alan using the emote mirror there for his backwards lemming. As you do. Sure, let's boost that thing a little bit, I guess. Not a great hand to be doing much with, so... And this isn't a great place to throw Hangman, so I'll just fool and grab Strength. Hold on to that for a little bit. Yeah, see, good place to use this. Yeah, you can see there's a reason why this is a little bit worrying, why I am, by my own admission, slightly concerned that I might not be able to take on the final boss super well, but we'll see if the game feels like feeding us anything nice. The answer is, of course, go straight to hell. What's our boss? Verdant Leaf. That feels like less of a problem than it sounds like. albeit by a rather thin margin, but sure, we'll take this, I guess, because why not? Oh, I should have taken that second. I should have taken the high card second, but that was a buffoon play. Empress those in order to buff some of our better cards. Take a second Empress. And move on. I thought about just golding one of the face cards, because it's not going to get scored anyway. But on the other hand, I don't need money that badly. So, yes, we're on orange. And I am still definitely out here making some pretty serious goofball moves by my own admission. Alright. Buff those. Stone card for the extra points that don't matter, but because we could. Hey, that was enough to one-shot the blind. Unfortunately, that's still not enough points to... Well, we'll get there. Take that. And that. Yeah, I guess just try to push the power of the hand as much as possible. Don't skip for the meteor tag. We could probably get better from the shop overall. Okay, so we are technically high enough to beat the boss, but I'm not sure that I can rely on it with the fact of how all of our cards are going to be debuffed, because our jokers are too good to get rid of. On the other hand, I think we might be able to just play things that top with a face card and not lose anything. I don't have any aces in hand. Let's immolate. Take the money. Maybe hope for a negative joker? No. Dang. Oh well. Alright. Let's just click buttons. And hope. Because that's gonna be what takes us across the finish line, if anything, is click buttons and hope. And I have a feeling that it's gonna be more like click buttons and nope, but you know, no Wheel of Fortune here, shockingly enough. But yeah, ectoplasm would have been a pretty good thing to pick up. I wouldn't be... Oh yeah, I would, because the Eternals are not textured. So yes, that is a good point. If that had been there, we did it. I'll just say it. I don't think I should have won that one, guys. Oh boy. You know what? Don't question it. Just go. Very funny. Thank you, game. And thank you, Alan. And I've just noticed that my emote is the prefix ends in 128 because of how many Lunarians I suppose there are on this website. That's a pretty good number to be sitting at. A nice round, perfect power of 2. That's kind of neat. Ah, yes, that lemming from that music video. I say that like there weren't... Well, wait a sec. Just has to think on that for a moment. Oh, it's a Heart of the Cards emote. Nice. Here we go. Here's our one hand for the first small blind, which gives us our $7 to start with. And hopefully not complete garbage in the shot. Ooh, I don't dare touch that. Alright, Buffoon Pack, show me the goods. You showed me some real mediocrity here. Just to get rid of the... I completely understand the feeling. I kind of wish that I actually had the level of pull that would be required to actually get up to, like, whatever it is, average of 75 consecutive viewers or some horse shit, but that's consecutive, concurrent, there we go. Average viewers. It's quite high. In a very strange way, and let's not dig too deep into the Twitch meta here, because I kind of don't know crap, really. It's very interesting to me how, like, disproportionate that is compared to the rest of everything else. Like, I think the minimum follower requirement is pretty low. And the overall number of the overall amount of stream you have to do is, like, also quite small. Like, it's something I could probably do in a week. In fact, if I go into the new year with 5-day-a-week streaming, I could probably just do that with no help whatsoever. But then it's like, also, you need 75 concurrent viewers, and they have to not come from a raid, basically. And that feels a little bit like, what do you... How do you expect a human being to pull that off? I guess unless you are, like... Unless you're playing the hot new game and you're, like, the best in the world at it, and you will never get burned out on it, which, you know, that's a very large egg that it showed me there. I don't know if that might be just a consequence of the chat pop out that I have on Firefox. That amused me, though. I'm gonna hold the egg for the moment, and I'm gonna pick up this Devious Joker, I guess, so that way I can have something that gets me a little bit of extra points. Like, this should probably do it for us, right? Yeah, this hasn't really been the most inspiring of rounds for Jokers. Oh, hey, look who's back. I believe I'm going to turn that down for the moment, game. Eternal Hiker, though. I mean, Hiker is pretty good, especially early on. Eternal? I don't think that's it, Chief, because later on I would want that Joker slot for something that gives an actual boost, especially at the end. So I think the play is probably going to be grab and resell the Crafty Joker. I mean, I can hold it for now, but that's eventually going to be a thing that we just turn over. because, you know, what's our odds of this turning into a straight flush run? The answer is extremely small, despite what this opening hand looks like it could be setting up. Yeah, I was gonna say, if I fumble into that, I'll be absolutely shocked. Well, maybe I still will be. Yeah, I was gonna say, if the 8 of diamonds shows up, I'll be absolutely freaking shocked, but no such luck. Eh. Whatever, I can make this work. Probably. I mean, again, I gotta emphasize, probably. Yeah, okay, I got enough clubs in the deck. I was like, wait a sec, did I screw this up? Unusual. Oh, I think I've seen somebody play the Bo Jackson version of the randomizer. And yeah, speaking of fumbling, well, we just fumbled there. We were not in a position of good luck though, so I suppose I shouldn't be shocked. And to be fair, I'm not. Right, can we see something a little more fun in the shop? We can see a money joker that I've already beaten the game with that I probably don't want for that long, really. Pop the buffoon pack and we get unimpressive. This is a very poor pack, but I guess I'll take the Jolly Joker. That will do. Thank goodness, no, you cannot get an wait, yes, you can get an Eternal Rental. I'm sorry. My brain switched off there slightly, and I thought the other sticker that you can't have at the same time. But yes, you can get an Eternal Rental, so you will be sitting... No, rental is the... pardon me, you can't get an Eternal Perishable, so you don't have to worry about that. Those two are mutually exclusive, but rental can appear on both Eternal and Perishable. So... And yes, if you do have an Eternal Rental, it will cost you the $3 every round, and you'll be very upset about it. At least I usually am. But unfortunately, sometimes it is the play. Oh yeah, speaking of perishables and funny business, here's a popcorn that's perishable. That is a thing that would have timed itself out in 5 turns anyway. 5 rounds, pardon me. I'll remember to use the correct term eventually. I'll also dump this and pick up the walkie-talkie. I think this might be playable. Walkie-talkie at least doesn't seem like a bad joker. And then sometimes you just get hands like this that don't work with it at all. But hey, we're getting away with it. At least we're getting away with it for now. Faceless Joker? Okay, so here's a situation where you have an Eternal Rental. But I think this might actually be alright. Unfortunately, it does also kind of conflict a little bit with having picked up an Eternal Walkie-Talkie. So I'm kind of facepalming a little bit at myself. But this is a decent deal, right? At least on paper. Provides good automatic boost in the slot. Boost in the slot. That sounds like a very questionable turn of phrase. And it gives you... You know, Scholar is a fairly strong Joker. It's better than this is, that's for sure. And I sure did open not something useful. Let's get these two out of here, I guess. Is that the play? Probably not. And excuse me, by the way. We're gonna Hierophant these at bare minimum, and let's gold the two, because getting a little bit more money going would probably be a smart thing. We have $0. But in order to finish the question from earlier, when perishables time out, they sit there debuffing. The way I play, that is kind of the way I play sometimes, is I'll just be like, money? What's that for? Unless it's a run where it's like, hey, I got bull or something. Ooh, Wii Joker. Wow, I took this and now the game's throwing like all the other good rank targeting Jokers. So I'm gonna be the real Joker here, and I'm gonna sell that, and I'm gonna pick this up, and I'm going to feel very, very silly. As I proceed to draw into things like this, and just... and I just make the Wii Joker look like it's, you know, really doing absolutely nothing. Wow, you bought that and you didn't do anything with it. Good job, knucklehead. Alright, just throw these and... full house with 2 10s. That will probably be alright. I don't like how this is shaking out so far, but that's okay. I probably done goofed by buying that in the first place, so... Hey, Judgment, give me something that's... that exists. Take the Mercury. Reroll. Don't pick up the Sly Joker. That would be really, really goofy of me. And not in a fun way. No goof troop going on here. If this gets through... Yeah, we just barely got through. We need something that works better than this, but I don't know what that could possibly be. Mystic Summit. That'll do. That'll help us. Take that high card boost, because that's helpful. As I continue to sit here being like, yeah, I don't need money. That's not a real thing. Time for the psychic. I feel like I've seen a lot of people posting on the sub lately that they die to this very easily. And I just always feel a little bit confused by that, because it's like, just play 5 cards. There aren't that many scenarios where you will, like, screw yourself over by not just picking a bunch more stuff to fill up your hand. Is green choker, blue choker, like, just that much more common of a play than I know? But it could be that. But otherwise, I'm not sure I get it. But it could also just be people who are like, oh yeah, I'm going for this specific... Like, you gotta remember that the sub also is like, hey, yeah, Obelisk is good. Hey, yeah, Chicot is bad. And I don't get either of those takes either. It's like, okay, sure. Chicot doesn't add to your score or anything. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I'm also not trying very hard right now. I'm too busy just being confused at the thing. It's like, okay, it doesn't add much to your score, but unless you're just playing on the high score specific modes, you know, unless you're playing Anaglyph deck white, then none of that horse shit matters. Exactly. It's like, it sounds bad, and then you actually get to a place where it's useful, and it's like, oh yeah, this is actually really good. Basically, unless you're playing Anaglyph deck white, you shouldn't be concerning yourself too much with, oh yeah, I gotta go for the high score. Like, oh yes, only Baron Mime is, you know, that's the only build I'm willing to play. Just don't. You get your wins and you get the fuck out at the higher difficulties, you fools. On the other hand, we're also talking about people who are like, oh yeah, Obelisk is good. You spend the entire first half of the game grinding high card, and then you pivot. Like, what? Are you high? How cracked are... it's going pretty alright, Retro. You caught me in the middle of a very odd rant. We're playing only one hand type this round, huh? So we're gonna look probably just for pairs here. I saw that posted on your Discord, right? I was about to say, I saw you posted on Blue Sky. I was not correct. I was forgetting things. I have no idea where you're... Oh, did you try to guess the same thing that was on the guy's luggage? As I start trying to choke on the word terribly, and by trying, I mean, I'm not trying per se, I just was failing. Are we all the way up to ante 5 and that just ran out? That seems a lot later than I was expecting. It's like something an idiot would have on their, like, luggage, right, Roundy? There I go again. Alright. We'll do this. Admittedly, I'm flying a little bit close to the sun here. Oh, yeah, I got you with that part, too. I'm just... Again, all I can... At this point, all I'm doing is just... being bad at words. It's a pretty good hand. Well, shaping up to be a good hand. Throw the 2 and buff the thing. Yeah, that orb is going to have a very bad orb time very soon. Orb time. Sometimes I just realize some of the things I say a little bit, and it's like, oh. Wow. I am a speaker. I am capable of speech. Yeah, unfortunately this deck burnt out, but we were not making the choices that necessarily added up super well. We try again until eventually the game is going to give us not complete poor luck. And we'll be able to maybe make it a little bit further than usual. Zany Joker is a pretty strong pick. Or I can check the booster pack and see if we can find something a little more interesting. Let's give it a shot. I regret my life decisions. Give me the bootstraps, I guess, and I'll cut my losses as much as possible. What's our situation looking with it? Like I said, as much as possible, but that may not necessarily add up very high. This is... Ooh, I took the wrong risks entirely. I don't even want this as a loss on my record. Let's just start a new run. Yep. Nice and easy. Oh, dang it. That brainstorm. Right in the first shop. I can't even begin to afford that. I don't like that this is an eternal rental, but it might do some thing for us. Joker Stencil is not necessarily ideal either, but it's pretty strong for the moment, so... In fact, it should be strong enough for now to do this for us. Yeah. And put ourselves into some debt because, of course. Ooh, that's... this game can be quite the... This game can be quite funny sometimes. It definitely has a sense of humor. A very mean-spirited sense of humor, but a sense of humor nonetheless. Ah, crap. Delayed gratification. Oh, I wish it wasn't eternal, because I'd take it for a bit, but it weakens me quite a bit if I take it right now. And it's eternal, but I would take it for the money, because on red deck, this is actually a place where it can be useful. Game, you're horrible. Let's take that, get that out of here. This game is sometimes, like, really rude to me, but I think that's probably true of most video games. Just sometimes they will just be incredibly, needlessly, and unwarrantedly awful. But that Joker stencil seems to be doing some decent work at the moment. No, no boost. Darn. It was worth a try, though. Good to get the arm out of the way very early, then we don't have to think about that for later. And hey, we're still one-shotting these hands for now, so that's good. That won't last, to put it nicely, and we have a bit of an issue with it, so I really have to skip that. This run is probably one that I've ruined, but we might be able to... I at least want to see how far we can keep this thing together. It's not quite going to be like the Blues Brothers car and get us all the way to the end of the journey right before it falls apart, but it might survive a little bit longer than we expect. Granted, expectations are not high right now, or certainly they shouldn't be, so that may not be saying a whole lot. Nice. Just 4 of a kind to that right away. That's not even a win at this point. Yeah, we're a little behind. The Joker stencil by itself would have been fine if we could just, like, start multiplying it. Or turn it negative. Though I think we've seen all of one spectral pack at this point, so... that would be a... what you would call a very tall ask. A tall order. Not likely. Sir. Yeah, spades are the most likely for us to start picking up more of. Alright, come on, game. There we go. Just barely getting out of this one, so I don't think this is living much longer unless we manage to find something really stupidly good in this shop, which probably not. I think this might be a place to mercy kill it, actually. Just be like, yeah, that one's just gonna continue limping for a few years, so let's take a new run here and see if we can get a little bit better luck. I'm gonna take that investment tag, actually. I do like those. Perhaps I'm overconfident, but I think we'll be able to get away with it. I don't think this is 150. No, because that's 40, 48 times 2. Yeah, that's a little too low. That works. Alright, Buffoon Pack. I'll take an I'll take an Eternal Mystic Summit. I'll take a Hiker too. I mean, at this point, we are sort of able to take advantage of it until we fail to get this. Yeah, alright, so we're missing out on a dollar bill here. Where are all of my spades? Game, did you glue all of my spades to the bottom of the deck? Wow, I almost had the reverse Yugi luck there. Yeesh. This game doesn't think I'm being very funny today. Well. Yeah, that was some really crap RNG. That happens occasionally, but sometimes the game is just like, yeah, I don't want you to get what you are interested in. I wish so badly that Hiker, like, counted as increasing rank. Because then I would find a way to combo it with Raised Fist, but nah. This is good enough to stick with for the moment. This seems like a potentially slightly rough start here, but we can probably pull this off. Although probably is the key word. I've seen how this goes sometimes, and it's... Oh, I'm playing that way too early. It's alright. It's fine. We'll make it... We'll make it work. It's right. It's Mystic Summit. It's not a banana, unfortunately. If it was banana, that would be great. But I'll take the card upgrades anyway. See, we're fine. We're doing fine. And we've got enough money that we get our maximum interest, so if we throw a couple of hands to make some things work, it'll probably be okay. Oh, alright. Crafty Joker will combo with how I've been playing pretty nicely, so we'll grab that. And speaking of which, here's a Droll Joker, and we are quite loaded right now, so I'm willing to take it. Oh yeah, we're going in for the... We're going with old reliable here. Listen, I have enough of the Timmy instincts to love it when the very silly high card plays go off. But sometimes I know what I have to do in order to get things done. Which I think it's very weird to be like, yeah, actually high card is kind of the timmiest hand in the entire game, but like it absolutely is like the most stupid thing you can possibly do in a lot of ways. It feels like it should be, but I feel like a large part of it is just like because it's so convoluted. I don't know, maybe that makes it the Johnny more than anything, but in this case, I feel like the flush is much closer because it gets you the win. It's very easy in that regard. I think we sell Chaos the Clown to pick this up and keep holding that with Hiker for a bit. And these are not really Not really doing it for me. We're going in with the flushes. I am in fact going to sell Chaos the Clown for the Hanging Chad, and I think we're going to be able to make something out of this yet. You know what? That's kind of fair of that sort of thing. I get you a little bit there. And yeah, putting the 2 at the front for the big upgrades because it needs it the most. Oh, hi, Joker Stencil. Unfortunately, you cannot come along. You will not be of any use here today. I can't copy that thing enough. I can't copy that floppy. Wait. Let's do this. And maybe that? Sure. Oh, by all means, that's absolutely quite understandable. Like I say, it's definitely, especially once you go up to the higher stakes, it's get the win no matter how. And spend less time experimenting with things that are silly. And yet I will still do the stupid experimental shit sometimes. My train of thought ran away from me. But sure, put that up front. I'm sure it'll be fine. 6,400, that can't be that hard to clear, right? We can do that. Yeah. We're probably gonna have to go multiple hands very soon. After this point. And by probably, I mean, ooh, doctor. But, alright, you do not, unfortunately, got any of them there sigils. Moderately tragic, that, but I got a couple of options here that are viable. Now, if I could be sure that these would all be the same suit, the thing that I've noticed with the small number of incantations that I've thrown out there is that they all seem to be the same number every time, but not the same suit, unfortunately, which would make my life, goodness knows how much easier. The only reason why I'm doing that with the hiker is because I also have Hanging Chad. Because then I can give more buffs to the weaker cards and then patch up the fact that their numbers kind of suck. But yeah. Otherwise, it probably doesn't do much for you. Aura is just a good choice in general. I'd probably put that on the 10 of spades. Ectoplasm is perfectly fine even with us playing a hand that wants all 5 cards. Immolate is a little dicey, and I don't need the money at the moment. So I think what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'm gonna aura this 10 of spades and see if we can get something good out of it. Yeah, foil is fine. Let's take seed money. Because hey, we'll take the extra interest, I say, after being like, I don't need that much more money. Now this is a case where I'm going to leave this up front because it's such a powerful card to get it to proc 3 times. And unfortunately, no extra multiplier, no extra cash. The extra cash would have put me all the way to my interest cap, so that would have been fun, but well. Arcana. Basically just jump straight to the Emperor. Alright, we're kind of suit agnostic right now. Let me do deck info instead. So we could probably just like swap everything to, we'd swap things to diamonds or whichever if we choose. Get a nope on the wheel because, you know, gotta remember who's boss in any of these instances. Yeah? Yeah. I'm holding on to this until that particular 10 of spades shows up, basically. I think. I think I would prefer to get the... I think I'd prefer to be playing spades, though, but just because that requires less of waiting for the game to line things up for me. But I'll take whatever, really. If it works, it works, and unfortunately, neither of these work today. Otherwise, they'd be possibly a lot of fun. I mean, hey, who doesn't enjoy a little bit of stuntman action, yeah? Yeah. There it is. All right. Let's turn those, and I'll just chuck that as a sort of just token gesture because we have to in order to get Mystic Summit online. Sure, we'll pad this card out all the way. If we can find death for those, that would also be huge. Oh, hey, Space Joker. Smugora mocks me. Wait. I don't think I have that edit on my hard drive anymore still. No, we turn more of one suit at a time. Go all in on diamonds. You know, the one where the special uncommon Joker doesn't actually contribute to your score. That said, I've gotten a very large amount of money out of Rough Gem at times, so I can't even like shit on it that much. It's quite viable. Speaking of money, there we go. Not sure how useful that money is right now, but it does mean we don't have to worry about this rental ever being that much of an issue for us. I can buy reroll surplus and have that ready. I'm taking the Plutos out of these when there aren't Jupiters because that's just... You'll always be able to play a high card. It will very rarely be your best choice, but it will always be there for you. If you're ever like, well, I've got to do the exact minimum, and I didn't draw my flush somehow. You know, just in case you get crap RNG like I was getting in that one Psychic round. Like when you're in this position. That one's the least buffed, so we'll do that. Oh yeah, take the fool here. Absolutely. I'll take a look at the standard pack and see if there's... Well, there's a 4 of diamonds. Sure, why not? Okay, yeah, admittedly, I was playing like all my low chip cards there, so I didn't get much out of that. That's fair, actually. And this is, like, the best we have right now, so... Hope for... Yeah, it just barely got us over. That was some pretty crud-tastic RNG, though. I think I may want to sub the hiker out. Oh, you're in the wrong run, champ. And showing up at ante-6. Damn you, pants. Usually really good, and yet, here we are. One time I'm doing the other run type, right? No negative in the pack. That's about to be, you know, what you would expect, really, but still. Nice. We got at least one plus 20 out of it. And that made that hand score 60k all by itself. Excellent. Oh, madness. What a funny card if I could just make this Crafty Joker indestructible. Unfortunately, it is not meant to be. Looking at those numbers for a second to see how, yes. Madness will trigger even if it cannot eat a Joker. Basically, think of it as the difference between it says... Act like it says sacrifice a Joker, put a counter on it that gives it a buff, versus 0, put a counter on this, then sacrifice another Joker. And... you know, one of these is slightly different from the other. Exact words, etc. Oh yeah, I did that way early. That was silly. It's like, why did that score so little? That's why. It's because I played it wrong. Sure, let's take a look at these. Oh, that's rather tempting. I mean, it's a club, so not a... But I'm gonna take it anyway. I'm sure that eventually we'll find something to convert it to diamond. Or wild card. Yeah, exactly. Get it now, star it later. But I'll throw some rerolls here to take a quick peek. Now this could be a bit of a problem because I have no idea what I'm going to be doing after any of these next couple of hands here. No, I gotta keep that because we need all those cards. No lucky card multiplier. Darn. Suit. Those are all above the 8, so there's nothing there. Let's go for this, and well, I mean, that's something. Okay, so that's a spade. That is not. That is very possibly a spade. I'm going to just do this for now, and well, here we go. Let's try for it. Unfortunately, I don't think we're getting out of this one. Just because, yeah, we had some really terrible scoring hands on that. Diamonds come last when arranged by suit. I believe so, yes. That's... because, yeah, it's the 2 red next to each other and the 2 black next to each other, so diamonds are after hearts, and certainly after spades. Yeah, real pity, but it was starting to get a little tight at this point, which, to be fair, this is kind of where the heat starts to kick in. And I don't think we were getting the luck we needed for any sort of scaling, but sometimes these runs go badly. A lot of this is just down to luck. So you've got to take what you can get and make the most of it. As it said, we make our own luck. And we'll dump those. We'll go for a spade flush here because that's pretty easy. You know, I could go absolutely crazy and try looking for the spade straight flush, but I think that's gonna not be a thing here. Oh, look, I could have gotten it. There's the 10 of spades. Right there, just looking to mock me for being a complete goofball about this. Like, hey, yeah, you know that thing that you thought would be funny if you tried it and then chickened out because it wasn't going to happen? Well, guess what, idiot? You fool. Well, okay, game. Let's see how this bears out with our polychrome Joker stencil. Honestly, if the game just feeds me an invisible Joker, or possibly one of the copying spectral cards right before, we might be in serious business here. I mean, there'd probably be some other stuff I would want, but that's pretty great. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's buy that death card and sit on it for a couple of minutes. Sit on it and rotate or something. Sure, let's see how this four of a kind thing will do for us. Pretty decently. Let's go for 5 oak / flush 5 plays. Come on. Let's make this happen, game. I don't think it'll make that happen, but it would be fun if it did. Full house will do for now. Sure, we'll strength 2 queens to kings and hope for that to, I guess, just hope for more strength cards. Assuming we get out of this, well, hey, we got out of it. But I was immediately thinking, oh, that's giving me terrible RNG to start with. Ooh, not liking any of that. But we managed to get away with it, and we draw this with absolutely none of what I want out of this. Boo earns on you, game. Left card and a right card. Remember how this works. Just make some stones. I'll leave that for a minute. Yeah, I think the game has caught on to what I would like to do and has basically said that I shouldn't. Not that that usually stops me, but... yeah, like this. This isn't gonna... suddenly make me play sensibly. Don't be ridiculous. See? 4 of a kind kings. That's pretty close to 4 of a kind plus aces. But we're no longer at a point where we're getting just free wins off of any of that. So. Darn. Ugh, banner. Alright, fine. I'll take it. Not gonna be very happy about it. But, okay. Yeah, see, and that's why I'm not very happy about it, is because most of the time I'm discarding enough that it's not going to do very much for me. If I had a burglar, sure, I'd be like, oh, well, no, actually, it wouldn't be good with that either. Never mind. Whoops. Wait a second. You forget yourself, you fool. You don't have them. It's not just that you can't use them. Yeah, that was indeed just bad luck with regular cards. It wasn't even our stupid so-called strategy that time. I very strongly dislike this. In fact, so much so that I'm actually going to new run that because, ew. I'll take this, though. That works, yeah. Mail-in rebate is pretty good econ joker. Let's take that. That's a good freebie. And in fact, I'm going to take the blank too, instead of even cracking open any of the other. I'm so confident in the strength of the polychrome effect that I'm willing to do something as silly as that. And let's take this one home with a completely debuffed hand. Getting up to 666 points, yeah. Perfect. This is what Peggy was actually afraid of, right? This could be a little hard. Oh, but we're definitely getting our money here, that's for sure. Yeah, I told you, it will not... This will not play well. This will be quite rough. So I think now is where I just go for the crazy plays, trying to get my potentially 4 of a kind going. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, it didn't happen. That was far too large of a risk to be playing. That was... Yeah, that was just too much of a risk. I'm not going to take this because, yeah, two rerolls in front of the pillar. So skipping to it does nothing. And I don't want to play that without the skips. because at the first ante, that sucks. What can we get out of this? Oh, flashcards a rental. This is dreadful. This is like not even playable. I'm taking a few more judicious new games here because the game wants this badly, just keep sending me garbage like that. Eternal Joker stencil. I don't even have the money for that. Never mind. If only I could take both of these, it would be pretty funny to build straight into 4s. But let's take the risk again with the walkie-talkie and go for it. Yeah, it's not bad 2-pair. I feel like the game could cough up spare pants early enough. That'd be great. But I don't think it wants to. It is, however, basically telling me to go with high card stuff here again, which I'm sure that this is not really the play here, but let's go for it anyway. In fact, I'll go so far as to take that in order to give that a little bit of extra energy right at the start here. Econ? Never heard of it. Just time to just go with things. I can take the hologram now. That's probably a very silly thing to do right off the hop, but I'll find a way to make this work. I guarantee nothing, but I'll find a way to make it work. Or not find a way to make it work. That's also a possibility. Ah, look at this 4 of a kind, but I think instead I gotta do stuff like this. I probably should have done it that way before, but yeah. We're just leaning into 10s and 4s and high cards for now, which feels really silly, but I'm sure this'll not even remotely have a chance of biting me anywhere sensitive. That never happens. Except for all the times when it very frequently does. Do not look up the record on that, because it is not flattering for me, we'll say that. Alright, show me the good stuff. That's alright. It's not what I'm looking for at all, but it definitely will do the job. Ah, my hand bonuses. It's alright, I got it back. Thanks, game. Ooh, more Peggy 18 plus fun from that. These are not the doodads I'm looking for. That gives money, though, so I'll take that. And it'll break eventually, and I'll be like, well, that's alright, it wasn't doing me very much good. I was hoping to cycle enough to get the other card, but no such luck. Sure, we'll go with the green joker, and... come on, show me the goods, game. You did not show me the goods whatsoever. That one's the fastest to boost, so we'll take that, I guess. On the other hand, the other one did have a foil. Maybe that would have been a stronger option. And use this to start setting up our hand the way we want to, in order to be able to take advantage of this. Hey, gone in one. Excellent. Works for me. Off we go. Alright. Check one of the packs. As ever, money, who even needs that load of crap? Alright, Psychic. Have to play 5 cards here, huh? Slightly unfortunate, but at the very least, we can still buff the other 2 jokers while we're loading that up. Yeah, plus here we don't need didn't need that trigger to get to the end. Hold this for a minute. Oh hey, banana. I'll wait on that. These aren't really doing it for me, but okay. Just to do that. Alright, go to Jumbo Pack. As the game proceeds to give me probably the worst set of options for that we could get, but oh well. Over we go. And with no 10s or 4s in hand, this is extremely automatic for the moment. Hold that in case of... I was going to say, hold it in case of any sort of possibility of Perkeo, which, as we can see, didn't happen. That's okay, though. Up to high card level 6 for us. That's pretty good. hold on to that for now. Show me something interesting. That's not the kind of interesting I need for this, but we're holding it in the hand anyway because... yeah. Alright, fine. I will spend some discards here. The vain hope of finding the goods. I mean, it's also very possible that I threw out the card I was looking for, but that's something that I will just have to deal with as a possibility. There it is, actually. Never mind. Alright, so we're gonna hold on to that Hanged Man for a bit. Mostly because I think I want to destroy everything above 10, if possible. That seems like a good set of, like, first targets. Here. Probably should stop messing with that. Just bump. Oh. I have problems in this regard. Not ideal. Take that just because I don't like skipping those. Yeah, like we'll blow these up. Eh, see, it's working out all right. Shrinks the deck back down. Steadily. Pop this open. And a 9 is the best out of those options. That's that much for sure. Take that and move forward. That, and keep going. Get this card, always draw. Yep. Yeah, I'm still going all the way down here just to... because it's, again, possibly, like, slightly automatic on my part at this point, but... out. And I haven't seen anything to give me extra cards in a while. That's kind of weird, actually. Oh yeah, I'll take a burglar. That actually just fits with my playstyle entirely at this point. That's basically just free money. Not necessarily even in the fastest way, but still. And not just free money, that makes it easier for me to actually win an ante, which, granted, is not a huge problem for me at the moment. But it may very well be very soon. I think I'm just going to skip these if I don't see Plutos anymore. We have... Oh no, we don't have seed money right now. I was wrong. That means that we're free to spend down a little bit there. Or to try to get a little bit closer to what we're looking for there. That's what we were looking for. The deck. Boy, I wish I could draw some deaths for that, because being able to replicate that throughout the deck would be quite helpful. Just to make it come up more, give me more of my planet cards. All of that. But instead, the game's giving me a rental to the moon. Oh, I got a wheel. Oh, yes! And that's why you got a wheel. Because sometimes you'll get something like that coming up. And you will be very happy. Grab the Hanging Man and go over to a Spectral Pack here. Yes, we're clicking Incantation. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're different numbers that time. All right. Interesting. But yeah, that gave us a nice, very hefty boost on that hologram. That is great. And we'll start out by getting rid of those for reasons. But also fun to have a run where the plant means absolutely nothing to you, isn't it? Yes. Temperance. And what the hell, let's magician things up a little bit here. A couple of those. Yeah, I'll hieroglyph on Gold Stake. Why not? After all, why not? Why shouldn't I hieroglyph on Gold Stake? This is absolutely the strategy for winners. I mean, hey, it does give me more of my guaranteed growth, so why not? I mean, if they feel like feeding me a petroglyph as well, that's even better. But I suppose we'll find out about that once we enter the next hand. Now, in this case, we play one card at a time. Just to avoid accidentally playing the wrong hand type. Oh, that'd be funny, but we don't have an extra Joker slot right now, unfortunately. Alright, standard pack, show... That'll do. That's another blue seal. Alright. Unfortunately, death comes up and I don't have anything I am looking for here. In terms of anything I'd like to clone. I probably could have skipped both of these, actually, because that was just another double standard pack I could have taken. And yet, I bypassed it. But also, to be fair, playing more rounds is not a bad idea, because it means we get to keep powering these up. Our boss sucks a little bit that we're about to run into because it's the hook, which means that the green Joker is going to lose a point every turn before promptly regaining it. And I'm going to be a little bit annoyed about that. Is it worth doing this? Oh no, it's the flint. It's not even the hook. Ah, good. I'm glad to see that my eyes are working perfectly. Well, that's fine. We have plenty of hands to work with the hook, so we can deal with this. Yeah, see, everything's working out just fine here. Everything's coming up Millhouse. All that. Well, it's getting a little close there, Millhouse, but it worked out in the end. We got our money we probably didn't need. We got our planet card that we 110% did. Oh, that blue Joker is going to be pretty big here. I was going to say, and hey, gold sticker blue Joker, but we already have that. That's +2, that's +3. I will take the familiar. Doesn't work so well with my preferred strategy for this, but I'll do it anyway. I'd rather... I don't feel like I need to strength that, but... Yeah, let's go this way. Hold on to that. Buy the blank. Sell this. Grab strength. One random Joker disabled every hand. That's unfortunate, unless it just keeps hitting that. Alright. Strength those. Emperor... Devil and Death. So do this. Do that, yeah. It's like, wait a sec, what? Yeah. Let me try using the actual strategy here. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that blue Joker is absolutely amazing. What a massive boost that's given me. Suddenly, I have confidence in this round. This match. We might actually make it after all. A little underwhelming pack here, but hologram doing its job still, so Everything's fine for now. Any more last-minute Plutos for us? No, actually. Shockingly enough. But who needs money, really? Oh, I don't have a place for that. I'm tempted to throw the green joker for that just to get the gold stamp on it. Because I see it so rarely, but I'm not going for C++ yet, so fuck it. Let's just go straight into Crimson Heart here. Come to get what's ours. That's a little tragic. But we almost still won anyway off the back of it, so... All right, everybody, that is red deck gold stake complete. That's great. I don't think this is gonna break out of ante 10, but let's play it a little more just for fun. We might be able to make something interesting happen here. Oh, hey, you showed up just in time to see that. How's it going, you big nerd? No, seriously, how's your, I assume you were playing Path of Exile. You might have been playing 14. I forget. Did you or the rest of the group die horribly, repeatedly? Because those are games where that can happen very easily. One of them perhaps more than the other, but I won't say which. It's both of them. It's about the same chance in both of them or something. Nice. Any goodies in here? No, they're all kind of crap. That one at least can possibly be boosted. Now, there is exactly one thing that will get me out of this... Oh, no, we're fucked here. I think this is probably over just by seeing that. That's going to be a bit of an issue. By which I mean... Okay, game, I need you to give me the 20 mult on this thing. And no such luck. Yeah, we're absolutely just toast here. That's okay. This is the post game, and it's gold stake post game. I wasn't expecting this to be able to make anything, but we'll take the loss so that way you can hear the slowed down music. Because goodness knows that's always fun. And yes, we did it. We put our butts into it. And now, what is next for us? We've done like 0 of the magic deck whatsoever. We've done the exact same amount of the Nebula deck. So we probably should pick at those for, like, the end of the session here. Otherwise, I can try suffering through Painted Deck Orange Steak, but that one is kind of awful. So let's go with the other ones that are also, quite frankly, kind of awful. Maybe Nebula Deck will just start coughing up our high card stuff very early. I'll try skipping on the Mega Arcana for not what I was hoping to see. So rest and rip that run. We're restarting it immediately. No soul card in there? Well, fuck that. Oh, hey, straight flush. That's always fun. That's always a good way to start off a round. Alright, what do you got for us, Buffoon Pack? You've got a foil abstract. I will take that quite happily. Move over here. I suppose I can just shift into whatever at this point. I could probably just play this as just more play flush deck. Yeah, and I forgot that we have 3 discards now, which is gonna throw me off so much. Well, I had 3 discards before. I'm used to having 2 is what I'm trying to get at, but I kind of screwed up on saying the correct words, which I often fail at that. Oh boy. Well, you'll get there eventually. Boon Pack. Ollie Joker. That's at least sellable. Unlike the other one that's eternal, because why not, right? I don't remember one where you play as Urianger, because it's been a while since I've, well, played a lot of parts of FF9, really, but yeah. All the Jupiters and arrive in such a position where I have 2 of every card to start with. Thanks, game. Ah, right. Yeah. Now that makes sense, Lunar Odin, yeah. For some reason I was thinking that was even later, but like I said, bad memory. One of the ones at the end of Shadowbringers, actually, now that you mention it, one of them is quite long. I remember that. Like, a lot of parts to it. Of them just being like, hey, yeah, play as all these other characters that, you know, you've played every class in the game up to this point, right? Well, what if they didn't exactly play like that either? Kind of thing. You're able to adapt to complete nonsense buttons, correct? And there's just that part in the back of my brain that's like, no. Listen, I barely know how to press any of these buttons once. Alright, I just had to check something real quick. To-do list. It's probably not going to go off for us very much, but we'll take it. On the off chance that it goes, hey, yeah, can you play flushes? I'll just be like, yeah, alright. And give me my $4. Green Joker. Yeah, wrong deck for that, really, but I appreciate what you're putting on the table here, game. For a start, pick up this Odd Todd. We'll go in here, and I'm really going to hope for a Sigil from this Spectral pack. It's not. But it's 2 suits. Hoping for this to end at like 4-1. I mean, it probably won't, but give me my 20 bucks. Oh, it was a 3-2 split. Well, damn. Damn. That's all, just... But I guess it leaves hearts and clubs as our main suits to worry about here. Going here. Which one is off lesser? Spades. Okay. So that's cool. That works. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go into clubs, I suppose. Buy that. And now we get to deal with the eye. This should hopefully be a one and done. Yeah, I mean, we're getting a ton of chips off of Odd Todd, so it worked pretty good there. Yes. All right. As this continues to be as useful as ever. Get out. Thank you, game, for giving me that. I have no uncommons right now. That's a shock, actually. That usually doesn't pan out that way. Well, we're up to level 7 flush. Skip for the polychrome, and hey, the money card is asking for a flush this time. Heck yeah. And that should be a one-shot, right? Yeah. Barely so, but it worked, so that's fine. All right. Actually, this is a very great card for us to have. I'll sell that. I'm keeping this because it actually gives us a boost. Grab the paintbrush. Yep. Keep bumping the mic, sorry. Anyway, I will be right back. Give me just a sec here, folks. Alright, everybody, I'm back. Now. Oh, yeah, this is where we were. Not very far into proceedings, that's correct. And we're playing flushes, right? Yeah. Listen, I just have to make sure that I actually remember everything, because I can be incredibly forgetful. Well, magician those. I should check and see which cards I have in here that are doubles. Yeah, ace of... That makes sense. I'm gonna go for it and see if I can dig out the appropriate... Yeah. In order to get that boost as well. Is what I'm trying to say here. As you can see, huge numbers off of that. If I can find more... If I can find more moon cards to switch things up. I'm gonna check the standard packs for Ace of Clubs. Or I guess clubs at all. Take that instead of the Jack of Clubs, although I probably should have taken the Jack of Clubs. It's alright, Alan's not watching now. He probably went to sleep. I don't necessarily believe that I can blame the man. 6. This should still get us places. Yeah. We're getting things done with this. I'll buy that. Darn. Yeah, I guess we're outside the realm of that being a thing anymore. In this run, ain't we? Do that. Cool, and generate another one for the next time an ace comes up. Unfortunately indeed, the Emperor is just not a really playable card here at all. Yeah, we have to pick the flush and not the 4 of a kind. I think it would still proc Tribe, but the 4 of a kind is now a weaker hand than flush. So that's hilarious. We'll just keep stacking these in order to make sure that we can keep setting things up. We'll be able to make this work out. Yeah, we don't have to discard everything because we don't have Mystic Summit in here. So it's not an issue. That's not going to prove to be very useful. Spades are our weakest, so flip those. take that instead because it procs Odd Todd. And as much as the red seal sounds nice, I think we can get away without it. Ooh. Walkie-talkie in place of this thing that went off for us exactly once, which is more than enough for me. This can be handy. Yeah, especially when we start getting draws like this. Show me another card of a sort that we have already. Oh, that doesn't count because that's a... That's right, because... when wild cards get debuffed, they no longer count for their value. This game is kind of an asshole in that way. But there we go. There's our pair. That worked out shockingly well. Far better than I could have asked for, really. Strength. We'll see about that in a second. First, grab these. I don't know that I need the strength so much right now. I should look at my deck. Well, I mean, it'll let me set that up, so that's good enough, actually. Yeah, let me rethink that slightly. Change my stance rather on a dime. Well, hey, if it works, it works. We just have to actually find the right time and place to apply it, which could take us a while. And sell that, take the fool. Just keep buffing the hand. See, I'm getting how this deck works a little better now. This should be good enough, hopefully. Yes. It's still working out pretty nicely for us. Standard pack. Oh, alrighty. It's even an ace of clubs. Now, this is a really just kind of god-awful hand for us to be getting this with, but numbers of these, they're all 4s still, so we can reduce the amount of spades in the deck more, and that, I think, is more valuable. Get that consistency going. Yes. There's our winning hand. The queen doesn't need to be in there. We can get more chips with the 3. Yes. All right. This is working out pretty good so far. Grab that. Slight tragedy, no spades to remove there, but this is fine also. Do that. Standard pack. Oh, that's interesting. Well, we'll take the Jack of Clubs because we are a Jack of Clubs, and off we go to a world that will end in us playing a lot of hands that just do not care about the score of the cards, or any of their buffs, or anything. That'll be fine, probably. I'm not going to say that I like the prospect, because I don't. But I'm feeling like it's something that is vaguely possible. I think the Queen of Clubs... Oh, we get two, actually. Boy, the amount of use we've been making of those this game. I kind of wish right now that we had some... that we had a hologram from early on, but unfortunately, that is not the way. That is not what is going to show up in our life anytime soon. Grab that. Jumbo Standard. Take another one of those, even though it isn't going to be useful in this. Well, we can Verdant Leaf it, I guess. Wow, okay. We can Moon it, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, just post through it, guys. That's all we're doing. We're just posting through it. We're gonna turn all of those into clubs at the very end here. Actually, let's take a quick look at our full deck structure here, so we can see how funny this turned out. It could have been a lot funnier, but still not bad. 28 clubs. That's half of the deck, and then some. So, yeah. I think after this, we're going to squeeze in one last round. I just have to decide what it's going to be. And first, I want to get rid of all these red notifications on Discord. Well, I guess the notifications are always red on Discord, but you know what I'm saying. I lopped with my words a little bit. Yeah. Alright, so let's go for... Let's play the Magic deck. This one is an oddball, to say the least. Because we start with these two Fools, and we've got an extra consumable slot. This is not what I like, but I will try out Superposition for this. Superposition is not too hard to set up, really. I'm hoping that it gives us something good. It gives us a Hanged Man. Okay. Alright. I actually believe I can put that to use here. Well, we're taking the green Joker, and I guess that means... I guess that means I'm going to sell the Hanged Man, actually. And play this. Uh, we'll create High Priestess. Okay, so use that, and we get a single Uranus. Well, that was actually somehow not the most garbage suite of planet cards I could have asked for. Considering how this usually goes. Let's go with this. I mean, we got all of one high card out of the deal, so it's not the best option either, but it's something we can work a little bit. We can work that sucker to death. Come on, now work that sucker to death. But I think what we're going to do instead is we're going to get not what I want out of a Grim, that's for sure. I would really have rather it took anything else. Then I could have had 6 aces in the deck. Well, you know what? Fuck you, fortune teller. You'll show up again eventually, I'm sure. Bleh. Hex the green joker. That'll do. This. Yeah, this could have been a better set of plays, but I think we're going to make this eventually work to our favor. Possibly. I just might require more than a little bit of luck. And my ego is slightly bruised from buying and then immediately reselling that fortune teller. But we got the money back, like, immediately, so fine. Eternal Riffraff. That's a good way to get completely fucked. Take the Ace of Spades. Take that. Just do as we were doing before. Post through it. That'll do. Ooh, spectral cards may appear in any of the Arcana packs. Sure, let's go with Omen Globe. Let's go in here. Because, yes, those are a lot of fun, actually. Again, I really wish that I would be pulling, like, Immolates or Grims or stuff like that, but until then, I'll make do with what the game feels like throwing at me, so come on. Ooh, a Wraith. That's perfect timing for it because we have $0 anyway. Hey, guess what? It's Obelisk. It's Shitbelisk. Shit. I'm not even gonna try anymore. Obelisk isn't good. Somebody's gonna be annoyed at me for saying it, I'm sure, but, like, it's not good. I don't care. I'm correct about this. It's not often that I will go to an extent of saying, no, I am correct, and shut up, but also, in this case, I am absolutely correct about the quality of Obelisk and it not being very good. That fucking 3 summons. Oh. Wrong Obelisk. And use that. Go for definitely the much bigger, flashier hand, even though that's far from the ideal thing, but it'll get me some points. And at this point, that's kind of what I need. Need to be able to push this a little bit. I also need better jokers to show up. That would be a very helpful thing. Could also really use the game to actually, like, give me something. Would probably be quite helpful. It's been rough. And unfortunately, we have the hook coming up next, so that's just lovely. Alright, let's torpedo our money real quick and draw the Baron. That's unfortunate. Well, rest and rip our growth for this thing, because, yeah, you don't get any, basically. Yeah, and see, the Baron is just not doing anything for us right now because of where that's timed. Also, hilariously, the game just decided to throw both kings out right away. The Baron is not good for, like, winning games. That's not what you use it for. You use it for just farting around with yourself in private, mostly, but... Oh, this is just awful. Yeah, no, reset. Reset! I didn't even get it in one hand. That's grounds for a reset. Mad Joker. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Take that and hope the game feeds me Lucky Cat at some point. Nice! The magician card's already paying off real fast. That's pretty good. Pick that up. Go in here. And start out by doubling our money. And then the next step is... Star, I guess. Yeah, we'll turn those. And buy the seed money voucher. We did quite a lot there, huh? Wow. Yeah, we'd have to draw for jacks, huh? Yeah, let's try going for, like, flush house kind of strats. That sounds like fun. Yeah, always buy those, because those are always good. Spectral pack, what have you got for me? You've got some more of these. Oh, yes. Like where that's going. Oh, hey, Greedy Joker would actually be kind of good here. I mean, it's not as much as it could be, but we'll take it anyway. And we'll keep holding on to that Chaos the Clown for a bit. Play the hand. Yeah, that's not enough for an insta-kill anymore, unfortunately, but... What's our number of those look like? Now that's fine. That's pretty good, actually. Roll, and I'll take the satellite and we'll start buying up whatever random planets we see. And just start filling out the entire box here. Because this is actually a very good econ Joker after a point. If you can start building everything correctly on there. Which I freely admit is a pretty big if, but... Suit check. Seems good. Nice, we got a little bit of cash back. And we should be able to end this on a royal. Yep. And that'll give us $3, $6 interest. Alright, reroll it. Ceremonial dagger. That isn't that useful. Damn. Highly frustrating. I'll take another flush over boosting satellites. It's fine. We'll get the money eventually. Spectral pack. Sure. I'm gonna trance the Queen of Spades, I guess. Take the skip tag. Now move on to the pillar. We're gonna push this a little harder here in terms of... Yeah, that's not showing up, I guess. Forget it. Let's just go for our as much as we can here. All right, that's fine. Could be worse. Yeah, see, right now we're getting a good chunk of change out of any of these. I'll take the vampire. That can... That one's free to get eaten if it wants to. Buy that. Next. Yep. What's that? Oh, hey, driver's license. Actually not in awful shape for that one. Thanks in no small part to all of the lucky cards that we got. Although again, still holding out for that lucky cat to actually show up. And we all know that it will, right? Absolutely. Uh-huh. This isn't a fool's errand or anything. Buy the voucher. Go with that. Go in here, look for an 8. Ooh, Jack of Diamonds, Polychrome, and a red seal. That is gigantic. That's one of those things I'm kind of surprised to ever see. Hanged Man. Grab that, grab strength, and move on to the next round. Did we buy seed money earlier? Yes, we did. So we kind of ended up digging into that a little bit, but it's fine. We don't have a 7 of diamonds anymore. Okay. That's... Strength. And hey, there's our first flush house of the round. Absolutely incredible. Rough gem. Nice. We'll take that. Do I need to get rid of that? I actually don't need it that much right now, so we'll let it die. No, we'll hold it for 1 round, and then we'll dump it off eventually. Okay, so out of these, we haven't taken Mercury yet. Let's fix that. Now go over here. Turn the 2 into gold, I guess. Yeah, this'll work out eventually. Yeah, there we go. And that's why I say things like that. Because, well, it did work out eventually. Unfortunately, it didn't win us the round, which is a huge shock. Like, what am I doing that I didn't... Well, I'm facing the wall is what I'm doing. That's our problem. Hangman those. And hope for some... Oh, game, you're just absolutely trying to make me suffer a little bit here. Because there's like no chance in hell that this actually clears. Yeah. Yeah, that's truly unfortunate. But I think that's quite close to 3 hours, so that is probably going to be the wind down point. Dang.